from a business owner advisor perspective, it's got to be personal to you. If it's not, it doesn't come off, genuine.
Sitting here with Adam Wolf, one of our advisors here at Impact, and this pod is going to be all about incorporating philanthropy into your practices. This is something that I know is near and dear to your heart based on some of the prior conversations that we've had. So we want to kind of peel it back and see how it's worked for you, how you've made it work for you, and what some of the pros and cons of it. I mean, if there are any cons really, but some of the pros of how you've been able to incorporate it. But first and foremost, I need to know how you wound up in my hot seat today. So where are you from and how did you get it? How'd you become a financial advisor?
Yeah, originally from North Carolina, Virginia. Started my career up at the Washington, D.C. area, working at a CPA firm. After having a finance degree at Virginia Tech, I didn't want to go to Wall Street. And a couple of years after working for that CPA firm, I sat next to a woman named Deborah May who taught me how to do financial planning. And at least to start, my eyes were open to it because it was a brand new field. So I did that for many, many years, started my own thing 10 years ago after, having all the experience and being ready. A lot of us feel ready at times, and I was finally ready to start my own practice. So I had moved to Jacksonville, and I've been there for 20 years, and that's where I have Wolf Retirement Navigation. We are retirement focused. We're working with folks to get them to and through retirement successfully, and so far so good. We're able to help a lot of people on the First Coast.
One thing, so peel back the curtain a little bit. We've spoken previously for a service that we provide for our advisors called Infuse. It's a lot of social media content, and we sat down for an interview with that where you kind of talked about something similar, about how you incorporate philanthropy into your practice. And one thing that stood out to me when I was sitting down to edit it was you said something to the effect of the value of being in your community and not just living in Jacksonville, but also feeling like you're a part of it. So why has that been such a sticking point for you, and how's that kind of led to some of your success there?
Yeah, it's natural for me. I've always given back, and so finding awareness for things that are near and dear to my heart. My sister-in-law suffered from a traumatic brain injury. We were introduced to someone who was starting a 5K race over 10 years ago, who was raising money and awareness for traumatic brain injuries, especially for adults and kids. So we got on board early, and every year we sponsored that race. We showed up, my staff showed up, the community showed up. And so we went from the first year having approximately 80 runners to this year, we're expected to have 5,000 racers, the largest 5K here in Jacksonville now. It's actually held in Atlantic Beach, but Atlantic Beach and Jacksonville, we're one and the same. Mm-hmm. And we do it on Thanksgiving morning. We raise tons of money and tons of awareness for something special, and the money goes back in the community. It stays there. So what we do is we get our clients involved. If they want to come out and race, we get the tickets for them. And then we have our sponsorship that we'll go on TV segments, which you guys help us do. And we'll go out there and promote it that way into the community to get that word out.
We're going to test to see how good my memory is, to see if I remember. Is it Tony's Turkey Trot?
Yes, it is. It's Tony's Turkey Trot. Oh, wow, man. You got it.
I went way back.
A lot of brain cells left.
Fun fact, I don't remember it because of our conversation. Yeah. I remember it because I had to track down a news clip of when they talked about it on the local newscast.
Oh, wow.
So when we edited it. So I remember hearing him say it, Tony's Turkey Trot. And that's one of the huge advantages of when you can incorporate philanthropy into your practice, was sort of that free advertising. I mean, you had a spot on a local TV station, like on Thanksgiving, a lot of eyes on it, all because you were a part of something.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning, it wasn't, we were just getting going. And so, but we got our clients involved, we got the community involved that way. And it's something that we enjoy doing. And I'll go out there and I do a lot of the 29029 events, but I'm not out there beating speed, records. It's slow and steady wins the race, but I'll go out there and run it and jog it with everybody else. And it's just turned into a really cool thing in the community.
So I know the TBI, traumatic brain injuries, is a cause that's near and dear to your heart, but to the average advisor who's looking for that something, I mean, you would suggest, hey, it's got to be something that is really near and dear to you. Don't just join on with something because that's what you're hearing Adam talk about right now. But so what's your advice to that advisor that's looking to find that thing to partner with?
Yeah, it's got to be personal to you, and if it's not, it doesn't come off, genuine. So it's got to be personal. So something along the lines, whether it's a family member, a friend, somebody who suffered with something. We do work with the Jacksonville Police Athletic League, family members and law enforcement who got me introduced to Jack's Pal many, many years ago. I'm also a board member as of 3 years ago. But for the last 10 years since we had the company, we would go bring food and do some education with the kids after school care for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League, which is the oldest and largest police athletic league in the country. We've celebrated over 52 years
Really?
now. And so we give back a lot that way. We have a huge budget, not at Wolf Retirement, but within the community. And it helps a lot of kids, whether it's after school programs, having a place to go, a safe place to go learn and do their homework and have a meal, great discounted ways to get involved with athletics and sports, and have a lot of male role models and police officers and law enforcement role models at a young age. And it's near and dear to my heart.
So we've heard the traumatic brain injury. I knew the Jack's Pal one. You mentioned 29029. So you've got something really unique with how you approach 29029. So 29029 is a, gosh, I mean, how would you describe it? I don't know. I don't know the best word, 'cause I've never climbed the mountain, but I know you have.
Yeah. 29029. It's unless you've done it, it's very difficult to describe it. But I would describe it as a multi-day endurance hike. And I've been doing it since 2019. When Thomas Zebley introduced it to all of us, some of us did it, some of us didn't, but I did it. I failed miserably at it, and I told myself I wasn't going to fail again. But what we did, we tied the 29029 event that I do every year, and I've been doing one ever since, to raising money for the West Side Center for Jack's Pal, which is the one we've adopted. So we will raise anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000, and I'll match some of the funds. And I get my clients involved, and Impact has done a great job in setting up the marketing for it, the landing page for it. It's really seamless now because we've been doing it so many years, but it's a wonderful way to get this stuff out there and to get that awareness done. And, it gives me an excuse to do another one.
So that's in 29029 is something that's near and dear to a lot of folks here at Impact. It's kind of been a nice, symbiotic relationship that when you come to Impact and you've been able to kind of capitalize on the 29029 and experience it, but also incorporate your community into it. And you're a big guy. What I imagine when I hear that that's how you make the 29029 a part of your practice is the putting your community on your back. Is that how you feel like when you do it? Is that when you're on I don't know, lap 6 and you got 5 more and it's 2:00 in the morning? Like, is that kind of the value of incorporating that philanthropy into your practice?
It's there and it helps and it's a part of it. And as anybody who's gone through the 29029 experience, you need as much positivity and as much push and drive as possible to finish it. And so that's a part of it, and it's a great thing. And we get a lot of support from the community on that.
So this has been a lot of the what so far, what organizations, what charities you do, but now I'm kind of curious about the how you execute it. So what does that look like from a staff perspective when you are partnered, 3 months leading up to Tony's Turkey Trot? What's that look like for you guys in terms of executing it?
Yeah, so we used to be, I would say, more involved with the, setting up displays, tents, handing out Gatorades, waters. It's at a point right now where there's no room for that because we have so many racers. But leading up to that, the planning committee, Robin at my office, who is my marketing coordinator, goes in all the many months prior to that to do the event planning with UF Health, University of Florida Health, who has taken this on, and they do a lot of races and fundraising. So for the last 3 years, and so they've been a huge part of the growth and success of this thing. But we do have staff members who help with that along the way, and then through our sponsorship, typically we do the water sponsorship. So it's it's commandeering enough water for the event, which multiple years ago was easy. Now it's, oh my goodness, like water trucks and coming multiple days in advance to drop the stuff off. So, but it's a lot of work on that end. But now all we do is we really show up and do the race and do a lot on the front end to make sure that it's a success on the back end right now. So, and it's Thanksgiving morning and we got the time off, so it works out really well.
Did you find that it was hard to start that sort of process? Like when you first get involved with it, it's, oh boy, this is tough sledding. I don't know if this is going to work for us. Whereas you start doing it year after year, it becomes old hat. You get the kind of traction. So did you find that that was sort of the progression of how that worked?
Yeah, time wise, it used to be a little bit more. And what I'll say is we are not putting it together from start to finish.
Yeah,
There
you're
are
not
folks to
creating
do
this
that.
event. Yeah.
So, but from a time perspective, we got to take time away from other activities. But from a perspective right now, we are streamlined to where it's minimal. And so, because the best place I could be is either with you guys right now on TV, with my clients in the client room planning, versus being out there and doing the day-to-day, campaigning that we are doing for these events. So at the same token, it's very, very important to me. So it's a big part of how I plan my weeks and how I plan my months.
Is this a good opportunity to challenge your staff, to help them, to encourage them to be more involved so that you can step back and be more at the appointment room? But you mentioned Robin, and I was told that Robin is such an integral part of your office, but challenging someone in your office to say, hey, we want to do this, make it happen.
Yeah, I have a small office, with 4 employees and then myself. So we are able to do that as we grow. The challenge will be there. But with my team right now, we are all in for the events and for the philanthropy that we do with ourselves and our clients.
So I want to know what the tangible impact has been. Like, do you see you get more clients because you do these events? Like, is that how they've kind of transitioned into, or it becomes such a conversation piece that all of a sudden people are coming in and sitting for a first appointment?
No, there's no direct,
Yeah.
lead gen there. But what I will say is when I meet with folks for the first time, they say they like how we are so involved in the community, or they've been watching us for years do these races and are consistent. And that is where it comes from. It's that added additional sort of an added touch to when they go to hire you, why they're hiring you.
Are you putting that kind of, the pictures, the medals, all that stuff, is that in your office? Like around the office?
Yeah, we go above and beyond that. So we're gonna promote it every which way we can promote it. And so we have, all of our socials, with all of our, posts. We do our emails internally to our clients through our, all of the people that we're dripping on through our lead gen there. We have all the physical medals, the physical t-shirts. We got all that stuff in the office. So it works out real well. So it's good talking points and talking pieces for folks as well. And then we get the clients involved, and those who want to come walk it or want to come run it, we'll pick up the tickets and, with them. So they'll come out on, Thanksgiving morning to do those runnings with us. And then also with Jack's Pal, when we're raising money, I mean, it's the same thing. We have $25 donations, $100 donations, some are more sizable. So, but that stuff adds up over time. We also hold at the end of the 29029 event, we hold a client appreciation party, where we are doing raffles. We had bingo this year. So we raised a lot of money playing bingo, and the clients love it because they're coming out and client appreciation, but we're also, and I'm pretty humble, but we'll also talk about 29029 at that place as well.
You've earned it.
And we'll have the folks from Jack's Pal, the rest, everybody come out for that. So, and we just had that last month. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience being able to do it. And you guys have been an integral part of that, making sure that the behind the scenes, the stuff that's not necessarily seen, is seamless, when it comes to the landing pages, the marketing, and helping us with the posts.
When I talked to Alex House, our chief marketing officer here at Impact, before I sat down with you, and she kind of conveyed to me that you have to, when you're incorporating philanthropy into your practice, you have to sort of be able to brag on yourself, even though it's counterintuitive, because I know you're not doing this stuff because you want someone to say, hey, great job with Tony's Turkey Trot, but you have to be able to kind of brag on yourself and say that, hey, this is good stuff for a resume. When you put volunteer hours on your resume, it's not because you volunteered because you wanted to put on your resume. You wanted to volunteer, and it also has that benefit. So when you are putting your mailers together, you put in how are you incorporating some of those philanthropy opportunities onto your mailers or your podcast or your TV?
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere we do something, whether it's on our website, our socials, we're promoting it. Leading up to that for months in advance. So, and then afterwards, pictures and everything that makes people feel good, especially if they're donating. So, but it's one more element of it all. It's got to be genuine. And I will say this: after many, many, many years, you got to stick with it. You just can't pick something and go a couple of years and then fizzle out, or spread yourself too thin in giving money or donating or sponsoring everything under the sun. Pick a couple, pick one to start, maybe two, and then just go all in with that.
Do you think it looks bad if you are with an organization and then you kind of say, 2 or 3 years, I'm done with it?
It's
doing it?
It's not. It's just if you want to get that traction, it takes time. It's like anything else we do. It's like hey, workshops, TV, radio, whatever you are doing, it takes time to get that traction going.
So it's an interesting spoke to add to your marketing wheel because it doesn't have that inherent lead gen tied to it, but it is very rewarding, if only because you're giving back to your community.
You got it.
What I want to hear from you right now is that pitch to an advisor that's, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's going to work. I want to know I don't do things that don't have, obvious lead gen. I mean, what's your pitch to that advisor that's saying, hey, get out there and do something?
I mean, from a business owner advisor perspective, give me a call. I can walk you through it, and how we do it. It is not that expensive. It seems like it's expensive, but it's not that expensive to get involved and to start that process. Don't have to throw a ton of money at it. And it's value add because hell, you're helping the community. Why else would you be in business? But for your family, for yourself, for your employees, but also the community. That's why you're here. So, but anybody, coming through Impact can give me a call, and I'll walk you through how we do it.
And what I noticed from that TV segment, tremendous brand equity.
That's
it. They said Wolf Retirement. I mean, it got people thinking, and it creates that association of, oh, Tony's Turkey Trot, Wolf Retirement, and
right.
they've connected those two dots all on their own. So I think it's an awesome thing. I know that here at Impact we're big on philanthropy as well, and we've got our food drive going on right now. I know you've got a big day of TV coming up here at Impact, so I won't keep you any longer. So
right.
Adam, thank you so much for letting me pick your brain.
Excellent.
And kind of painting that picture of how philanthropy's helped your practice.
All right, appreciate you.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Impactful Conversations. We hope you picked up on something, and we hope you stick around. Like and subscribe to stay up on the latest content from our YouTube channel. We've got house rules if maybe your marketing needs a boost, or if you need some more creative ways to talk to clients and prospects. Selling with Stories can be a great resource for that as well. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time